Negative thinking poses a huge threat to our individual health and to our personal relationships. So, is there a way to manage what and how you think and to avoid negativity altogether? Well, Dr. Bill Baker is here to tell us that's a tough assignment, because I know sometimes your mind wanders and it can really stay with you, but this is definitely something that so many of us deal with.
It is, Marissa. It's a tough challenge. At a basic level, our thoughts determine both our emotions and our behavior. The way we think will bring us either, let's say, constructive behavior and healthy moods, or it will bring painful emotions and undesirable behavior. Without good thought management, all of us are simply accidents looking for a place to happen on life's 3M highway. That is, we make mistakes that will make messes that will bring misery. So we need to overcome our stinking thinking.
Stinking thinking, that's a popular term there. Well, how do we overcome it? What steps should we take?
Well, the first step is just to recognize what it is. Some years ago, back in 1989, Dr. David Burns, a well-known psychiatrist, published a book called The Feeling Good Handbook. In that book, he identified 10 types of unhealthy thinking, which he called twisted thinking. I remember showing that list to a fellow who was a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. He looked at it, Marissa, and he said, in AA, we would call that stinking thinking. And the list included things like overgeneralization, all or nothing thinking, mental filter, disqualifying the positive, catastrophizing, emotional reasoning, labeling, personalizing, and so forth. For example, emotional reasoning is a type of stinking thinking in which we use an emotion to prove reality. Suppose I tell you right now, I'm feeling unloved. Now, that's just an emotion I'm experiencing. The danger is in the next step. When I say, therefore, nobody loves me.
Making a mountain out of a molehill, so
basically that, yeah. Because emotion should never be a proof or a test of reality. And that's one example of stinking thinking we need to overcome.
And so when you identify it, what's one way you can take actions to change it?
Well, the best way is to train ourselves not to have those kind of thoughts in the first place. The second step would be, when we do have them, to train ourselves to transform those kind of thoughts into positive, healthy thoughts. Now, one tool I like to consider is a mental gatekeeper. It's a program, let's say a person I install in my mind, and we train him and we keep him alert and assertive. His job is to examine every thought, receive those that are healthy and positive, and reject those that are negative and unhealthy. And so as a specialist in thought management, he keeps us on track.
Okay, so that's definitely key, identifying, and taking the steps are certainly easier said than done. But for people who have questions, they can go to GraysonMentalHealth.com to learn more, as always. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Baker.
Glad to be here, Marissa. Thank you.
All right.